Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, and just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay. It's all right, my friend, because bedtimes don't last forever. After every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, that pot of gold, that light in the tunnel, whichever one you prefer, my friend, okay? Please keep in mind that bad times, once again, don't last forever, but I do want you guys to appreciate those bad times, love on them, but most importantly, learn from them because they have helped us to get to the journey that we're at now, that we have been manifesting and praying for. And most importantly, keep in mind, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so y'all, we have reached the 4th week of July. It's so funny that now we have been in quarter 3, semester 2 for 4 weeks now. How's that possible, y'all? I don't know. Am I shocked? Yes, I am. Is it still mind-blowing to me? Yes, all of this is mind-blowing, y'all, because it just went by so fast. I'm like, we already in week 4. We have one more week to go, and then before you know it, it's back to the regular program, school, working, and all. It's like, wow, summer is just coming by like this. It's so crazy, but I'm here for it. I really hope that this semester is showing some new improvements, some growth for you guys, and if not, your time is coming. Slow and steady wins the race. But most importantly, still be able to be happy for this journey because, as you can see by the title, we're still pushing forward within walking boldly, within trusting yourself in this season. Okay? So, as we continue our July theme, walking boldly, trusting yourself in this season, this week's reminder is simple, but it's powerful. Okay? Before we get into it as well, I forgot to tell y'all. Once again, if you're new here, welcome. And for the ones that's not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up, what's poppin'? We have reached 56 newsletters. If you're willingly interested in being a part of the newsletter, please feel free to click on whichever way you listen or watch me into the link tree. And once you scroll down, it'll say sign up for the weekly newsletter. Once you do that, insert your email and submit it, and I will be able to see it. Okay? As well, guys, I'm a little bit hot, so I think I'm going to take my sweater off in a few minutes. As well as, too, like I mentioned, we have reached 4 weeks, and yeah, we're almost to 60. It's so crazy that we have 56 newsletters. 56. So it made a year since we've been doing newsletters, and it's amazing. It's an honor. I'm so appreciative of that. I thank you all so very much, because a lot of people be like, I'm interested in it, and every time you put the newsletter out, it's so amazing. I love it. It's super dope. So yes, I'm so thankful for you guys, and I'm glad that you guys enjoy it as well. Yes, y'all, I'm about to break out the sweater because I'm a little bit hot, and probably because I had this tea and this heating pad on my stomach, because yeah, y'all, it's been a little messy, as y'all can see too. It's a little bit messy over here, but you know what, I'm still gonna give y'all the vibe of the day because y'all deserve it, and why not? Because it helps me get out of those feelings of being upset or whatever the case may be. Okay, all right, y'all, so I got myself together. Cool. And I'm probably like, what's going on? Sorry, guys. If y'all on the video, it goes to show that, it's like a FaceTime call or whatever. But I got myself together, and we about to get this together too. So now, I'm comfortable. Let's jump into it. So, here, I got a little message for y'all. This week's reminder is simple, but it's powerful. Become the person you keep waiting for. Become the person you keep waiting for. As you can see by the title, today's vibe of the day is becoming the person you keep waiting for. Now's the time for you to face that man in the mirror, that man, that woman, whoever in the mirror that you kept manifesting and praying for. Like, I want to be this, I want to be that. Okay, now let this happen. We're in a new season, or semester, as you can say, a season, a new quarter. This is where you drop down and get your eagle on. Okay, this is where you put everything you have been manifesting and praying for on the forefront. Put it on the flow. We're still walking boldly within trusting ourselves this season, but let me see how you really ball. Let me see if you're really ready to put yourself to the test to become this person you keep waiting for. Now's the time for you to be like, you know what? I'm seeing this person in the mirror. I'm dreaming about this person at night and stuff. This is me. I have to let that come out of me. Like how they say, let that inner lion or whoever come out. Let that beast come out. And this is why this is very important too for you guys when we're in this, talk about this topic, because sometimes we spend so much time waiting and waiting until we're more comfortable to step into this chapter of our life that we have been manifesting and praying for. We wait until life feels less busy, as well as waiting until we have more experience. No, if you feel in your heart that, okay, you ready to take on this challenge, you want to do this, you want to do that, and you see this person in the mirror or your sleep, whatever, however you envision this for yourself, I say do it, and do it right now. Waiting for someone to permit us, we're waiting, as well as waiting until we believe we're ready. No, we're not doing that. But here's the truth of the matter is, no one else can become the person you're called to be. Basically, like I said, that person you keep dreaming about, manifesting, praying for, this is the time. It's your time now to put it on the floor and show the world what you got in store. But most importantly, to show yourself. Because this is about you. We're trusting ourselves as we walk into this bold season of our life. This is for us. The future version of you isn't waiting for is not waiting for perfect circumstances. It's not. It's just waiting for you to do it. Do the damn thing. They're waiting for today's decision. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens for a reason. It happens every time you choose consistency over excuses, and courage over comfort, and purpose over procrastination. So the life you want begins with the choices you make right now. That's why, like I said, with today's vibe of the day, as well as with still our theme, walking boldly, trusting yourself in this season. This right here is a prime example that we are in the second half of the year, and this is the third quarter. This is a time now where everything you learned in the beginning of the year, quarter one, quarter two, and semester one all over, put it on the floor. You're becoming the person you keep waiting for. You've been manifesting and praying for. You say, once I do this, I'm going to do that. Once I get myself together, do this. It's like what Erykah Badu said, the next lifetime. This is your next lifetime. Stop waiting and holding around and beating around the bush. Do this. You have been manifesting and praying for this lifestyle for yourself. So why not give yourself this ability and the status today to do so? I'm proud of you. If no one's going to tell you, I'm proud of you, my friend, because no one knows how hard it was for you to even be able to say, you know what, I want to change for the better. And I got to stop facing that man in the mirror and that woman in the mirror and keep saying, yep, we're going to get it together. No, we're going to get it together today, right here, right now, because I know I can do this. And you can do it, my friend. You have to believe in yourself, because as we are walking boldly within trusting ourselves in this process, we still have to be able to say, you know what, I am loving the person that I'm becoming. Instead of me having to keep waiting for this, I want to do this now. Like Meek Mills, he said he used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this. Now it's your time to put it on the floor. You become the person you keep waiting for. Do it. Do it now. Be proud of it, regardless of how big or small it may go. If things may not go as the way you plan for, that's okay. You dust yourself off and try. You dust yourself off and try again and keep going until you get to where you want to be. Going back again, trust yourself within the season. It's your time now. Take it with a grain of salt and do the damn thing. Okay? Because that also impacts with this week's challenge. Ask yourself, what decision can I make today that my future self will thank me for? It could be setting boundaries. It could be doing something that you've been wanting to do. It could be leaving something that's toxic, whatever the case may be, impacting your mental health, your spiritual, your emotional, your physical well-being, even finance. No matter how big or small it is, my friend, I want you to really think about that. I'm going to repeat the question again. What decision can I make today that my future self will thank me for? I know for me that while I'm becoming the person that I am waiting, that becoming the person I keep waiting for, is the person of being able to say what I got to say wholeheartedly and don't look back on it. With that being said, I wouldn't say with no filter, but being bold, displaying to the world to be bold. It's crazy, y'all. I was watching Fat Girls with Monique in it. And in the movie, she was a fashion designer. She was an inspiring fashion designer. And her friends was pumping her up and telling her, show your sketches, be bold. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm using my voice to be bold, regardless if it's going to go further or not. Long as I know that that man, that woman, whoever y'all want to see in the mirror, keep telling you, and you having these visions, it's a sign to say, become this person you keep waiting for, because this is the time for you to display it. It's like a cartoon character. It's like also to y'all, I was looking at Incredibles. Funny story, y'all. I had got a Bob. And y'all know who the Bob looked like too, right? If you know, you know. Man, that Bob was thin as the day is long. And then look, I said, bro, I'm so bad. I shipped it back everything, y'all. Amazon had me messed up for that. And it was just like, with her too, she created the clothes and everything. But also too, like, with the costumes and stuff, who you are, we have different character traits and stuff like that. Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor. If every area in your life you want to incorporate that as one, do so. Like I say, within my professional life, I want to intertwine that in my personal life. I want E to be deeper into personal too. Because if E can help people on a professional level, so can E can help Erica on a professional level. Y'all get the drift? Step boldly into it, okay? So choose one intentional action this week that aligns with the person you're becoming, whether it's protecting your peace, investing in yourself, beginning a new habit, applying for opportunities, or simply believing you're capable. You don't have to wait any longer. Becoming the person you're praying for, one decision at a time. So like I said, whatever you feel the need that you got to do, my friend, do so. I'm here for it. Y'all know I'm here for it. I'm here for a good time, a long time. Hey, I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm here for it. I understand it. And I am super proud of you in the process, because if no one's going to cheer you on, I am. And most importantly, please cheer yourself on and be happy for everything that you have done and how far you have come, because no one knows how hard it was for you to be where you at. As well as too, celebrate yourself in the process. The small wins, the big wins, whatever. The beginning, the middle, the end. Especially celebrate yourself when it gets real. When it gets real in the field, please celebrate and honor yourself. Please. Okay? So yes, y'all, vibing out with guest appearances are still session appearances are still open. Even though we do not have a guest appearance this weekend, I am still open to you guys applying to have a session today, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a group session up to 3, or on Zoom, Google Meets, whatever case, or Teams, whatever the case may be. Please feel free to come out and vibe with me so I can vibe with you. You vibing with me, I'm vibing with you, okay? Every story has the power to encourage someone. You never know how much your story can empower someone, as well as I tell my guests all the time. I thank them so very much for coming on there, coming back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Well, 2, 3, 4 times, whatever the case may be, because they are making history in the making. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. You know, people be so caught up in the number game, but I don't care about the numbers. Regardless, you never know who could be listening. You never know who's listening. That number can represent somebody that's famous, or you don't even know it. I'm real big on, if I can't help a lot of people, as long as I'm helping someone. And I feel this way with vibing out with guests too, because when the guests come up, the guests come up on here, they don't know how many people they're helping or who they're helping in particular. So I really appreciate all you guys that came on Vibing Out with Guests, as well as who listened to Vibing with E, both series, whatever the case may be. I sincerely, wholeheartedly appreciate it, because without your guys' support and stuff, I wouldn't be nothing. And I said I really don't care for the numbers, because I see them. They go up, they go down, that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to push this content because someone is excited for when I post this, and vice versa, y'all. For anybody that's coming up in the content world, wherever it is, don't stop pushing your content. Do not let the numbers and the fame discourage you, because you never know. It's someone out there that waits for your content to be dropped every time you drop it, however you got it. As y'all see, for me, it's on Wednesdays or Fridays, whatever the case may be. Someone may be so excited, be like, oh, look, I'm here for it, and vice versa. So don't give up. Don't let these numbers and the followers discourage you. No, keep going, because you never know, that 1 or 2 content posts or whatever can really grasp the right audience and people. And you keep going and pushing from there. Like me, I'm not going to stop, and I can't stop, won't stop, and I'm not going to stop. Regardless if someone gravitates to it or not, I'm still going to do what's for me, because this helps me. Not only am I helping others, it's also helping me to learn how to be bold and vocal and to become the person that I kept waiting for. Okay? Alrighty. So yes, y'all, every story has the power to encourage someone. Your voice matters, and your journey could inspire other people. Your journey could also inspire another person to keep going. Okay? So please, yes, I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know why. Please feel free to reserve your guest session today and become part of the Vibing with E / Vibing Out with Guest community. Okay? And the quote of the week / the day is, the person you are waiting to become is waiting on the choices you make today. Okay? And please stay connected, guys. Follow us on Instagram at vibing.with.e. Okay? We're not doing the hashtags no more, because I seen like really people is mixed emotions with the hashtag, whatever. So I said, I'm gonna leave it alone. But if you guys still want to hashtag Vibing with E or Vibing Out with Guests, I am here for it. I appreciate it so much. You can do so. Whew, guys, I had to move my seat because my seat was all the way back to the wall, and I don't want it to mess up my wall even more than it already is. So, yeah. But other than that, let's get into it. So today's vibe of the day is becoming the person you keep waiting for. Vibing with E, weekly vibe check where meaningful conversations meets growth and real life connections. Today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. We have reached 165 episodes. And once again, today's vibe of the day is becoming the person you keep waiting for. Okay, so this week's episode is for anyone who has been waiting for confidence, perfect timing, or outside validation before fully stepping into their new chapter. We're talking about taking ownership of your growth, trusting yourself enough to take action, realizing that your future begins with the decisions that you make today for yourself. In this episode, we will cover why waiting often delays your growth, taking ownership of your future, building habits that align with your goals, choosing intentional actions over procrastination, and becoming who you are meant to be, one decision at a time. So this episode is a reminder that your future self is created by what you choose today. And I'm glad that you guys are tuned in for an inspiring conversation designed to help you stop waiting and start becoming. Okay? So if you're new here, this is how things go. So we went over everything. Any new announcements? Not really. I always make sure y'all get the nitty gritty of the newsletter, because that's basically of everything that impacts the podcast and so on. Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. So without further ado, if you're new here, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, y'all already know what's about to go down. I want you guys to turn me up on your PCs, your speakers, your car radios, your TV, whichever way you listen or watch me, because as always, every vibe of the day is something special, okay? Get real comfortable. Get your drink, get your tea like I'm doing right now, get the popcorn, whatever the case may be, because every vibe of the day is something special. Okay, y'all might start off a little bit rough, because I'm gonna tell you guys something. My body is going through a change, and I do not like that change. Like, I just been aching in pain. If y'all don't remember, I think I told y'all, when the process of me graduating from grad school, I went to the doctor to check on my back with the spine people, whatever. They said I had a 3-inch tear, and baby, that thing. It's raining up here in the city, y'all. When it rains, it pours my back. Like the older people say, when it rains, it pours, their bones get the aching and stuff. I always used to say, that's not true. Well, baby, it's true. My daggone back is like, Jesus. That's why I'm sitting here all rough and stuff, drinking this tea to help me too, as well as got this daggone heating pad on too, y'all, to cool me down. To help, yeah, I'm in my mid-20s. I should not be going through this. But hey, it happens. It happens. That's why health is wealth. Take care of yourself, y'all. I be saying this all the time. And even though I take care of myself and stuff, take care of myself and stuff, still things happen. Also, too, y'all, my left eye had a little blood pus vessel pop in my daggone sleep. I said, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Pimples and stuff. It's just, I don't know. But I'm leaving it in the God's hands. I'm letting him do it. I'm letting him take control to help and heal over me. I'm resting, okay? Okay? So yeah, that's why I tell y'all it's important. Please love on yourself. Take care of yourselves because it's needed. As well as going into today's vibe of the day, we have reached 165 episodes. And the vibe of the day, once again, is becoming the person you keep waiting for. Like, I can't wait till I do this. I can't wait till I do that. I can't do it now. Do it now, sis and bro. Do it now, my friend. I be saying that too. This one hits hard for me too, because I'm like, I can't wait until I'm able to do this. I can't wait to say, no, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to do that now. Me being able to be comfortable to speak bold. If I can be comfortable to sit here and speak boldly with y'all on this platform, then sitting and talking to people in the real world face to face should also be a piece of cake too. It doesn't come naturally. It takes time, because this didn't come natural at all. This was a ticket time ball for me. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's going to happen. And when it comes, who's see me? I'm being unstoppable. Y'all mad I ain't had no lemon juice, so it just tastes a little funny. When it was hot, it was good, but when it gets cold, y'all know it's like, ugh. When tea get cold, it's not it. I like hot tea. I'm not only cold tea I like, is Lipton tea when it's a peach or whatever, but that's not the case. That's neither there. But yes, y'all, let's get into it. So if you're new here, I break down every vibe of the day within the 5 W's. With the definition first, the 5 W's. I repeat the quote of the day / the week and give y'all a little bit more insight on what does that mean. And then I do a thank you for vibing in that exit out for the day. Okay. So I also too try to keep every episode now / phone call, FaceTime call, however y'all want to call it, to an hour, if in at least 55 minutes to an hour, or an hour and 5, no longer than 10. It happens sometimes when I'm in the mode, but as y'all can see, I'm in the mode now. So I'm going to shut up and we're going to get into this content. But yes, y'all, I hope y'all are comfortable. I thank you all so very much again for taking the time out your busy day to listen or to watch me. So let me give y'all the vibe of the day and let's talk about it. So once again, we have reached episode 165. Becoming the person you keep waiting for is the vibe of the day. Let's get into it. Definition. What does becoming the person you keep waiting for really mean? These type of topics we really don't talk about. When you were younger, I feel like they need to incorporate this back in school for the kids. For the children, because kids mean baby goat. Well, there's clients that I have, y'all, because now I work for a PRP company now, y'all. I forgot I am a direct care worker. I basically do like life coaching type of work for clients and children. But right now my clients are all over 18. Cool. So I asked them, like, what do they want to be when they grow up? I feel like you're never too young to still ask that question. I feel like even too, when you go to college, sometimes you still got to ask yourself or someone to ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because God forbid, yes, I have 3 degrees, y'all. And my first one is in general studies with a minor of human counseling. BSW and MSW, they're both social work. Morgan and University of Maryland. With all the degrees, you can go in any type of world you can. When people think of social workers, they think of, oh, you taking kids. That's child welfare. and all child welfare workers don't take kids. Okay, we don't take children, okay? They don't take children. When I had the desire of being a school social worker, I still have it. It may come up in the future, but right now doing therapy type of work, life coaching, that's for me because I do it on here. I ask my clients sometimes, like when I first meet with them and the students I had before, I'll be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And that gives me a little bit insight of who they are and why they want to do this. So when I thought of this vibe of the day and was doing that, I was okay. This goes hand in hand within asking children, what do they want to be when they grow up? Because that intertwines with understanding becoming the person you keep waiting for. I know y'all probably like, How, Eve? Let me tell you how. Becoming the person you keep waiting for, meaning is you're realizing the future version of yourself isn't created by waiting. It's created through the daily choices you make. Now, going back into when I ask my clients and then children about who they want to be when they grow up, this impacts their future, as well as this with them becoming the person you're waiting for. This intertwines with the future version of yourself. Understanding this isn't the future version, of yourself isn't created by waiting. It's created through the daily choices you make, as well as how hard you go in, having a blueprint, and you turn the blueprint into the reality. You had a dream, now turned to reality. With also understanding that many people spend years waiting to feel comfortable, more qualified, more motivated, or more prepared before taking action. But, however, personal growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens every time you choose to show up, learn, improve, and move forward despite uncertainty. The person you hope to become is built through consistent, intentional decisions and a willingness to grow. That's why I intertwined when I ask my clients and then children in the past, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because that also impacts with what they want to do in the future. And how will this impact them with the future? With today's vibe of the day, becoming the person you keep waiting for, that also impacts with the same logic. When you ask these questions to yourself or to others, is to help you realize that the future version of yourself isn't created by waiting. It's created through the daily choices you make and how dedicated, how motivated, and how grinded you are as a hustler, superhero, whatever the case may be. It's like, like I just said too, for example, earlier in the episode, with me having 3 degrees, it wasn't easy to do. It wasn't. But every degree showed me in different phases of my life what I really wanted to do. Especially when you go to school for majors that explores and expands in many different areas of life. Like social work, a lot of people be thinking, oh, you're a social worker, you're going to take my kid. No, I'm not taking your children. No. I don't do that. The type of social work the type of social work stuff I do, I'm helping your children or I'm helping this adult. Like I mentioned, I wanted to be a school social worker. You still do that. But with this role I have now, I have a little bit of flexibility than I would have as a school social worker. But the whole point of the matter is, it took me a minute to really realize who the person that I'm becoming. And then also took me a minute to realize too that what I wanted to do when I grew up, what did I wanted to do when I grow up was different from what I become the person that I kept waiting for. It showed me in the light that regardless of whatever area I chose, it was to help people, regardless of how big or small it was. And I stood 10 toes on that. Because children, they have an imagination that's so amazing and dope, and people don't understand that. They are little humans that need to be thought of, empathy and compassion to be given to them too. And when you ask them questions, that hardcore question, because I feel like it's a hardcore question, because sometimes we don't know. And as you get older, you get to see, okay, maybe this is what I want to do. Even though my dream of what I had when I was as a child, I didn't proceed. Either way, I'm learning as I go, and I'm learning who I am, and that's helping me too to understand that I'm becoming the person I kept waiting for. We kept waiting for, I want to do this, I want to do that. And now it's like, you know what? You get up one morning or whatever, and it's like, let's get this together. Let's get this ish together. Why not? Why I keep saying it if I'm not putting in the work? Okay? So this message is about taking ownership of your life instead of waiting for the perfect moment. While it's natural to want be more confident before making a big decision, which is true, like when we mentioned in the last episode about fear doesn't get the final say so. This is the time too where we intertwine that becoming the person you keep waiting for, fear doesn't get the last say so for that. You do. Regardless of how good or bad the situation is for you right now, you are in charge of this. You are in charge of becoming the person you keep waiting for. The version you kept been manifesting and praying for, this is the time to put it in action, regardless if it's going bad or not. Because confidence is often developed after the first step. In the beginning, when you take that step, Take that risk and get it together because you're learning as you go. That's what it comes and not before. Every habit you build, challenges you overcome, and every decision you make today is shaping the person that you will become tomorrow. Your future begins with what you choose to do today. So do what's necessary for you today to keep in mind that you're becoming the person you kept waiting for. And that person is waiting for you to let them out the leash. Get them off the pedestal, whatever the case may be. Take them out, rip them out the box so you can do what you need to do. Okay? So yeah, y'all, you get a little insight of what is going on to now intertwine what E is really saying about what do you want to be when you grow up, intertwine with becoming the person you've been waiting for. Okay? So who is impacted? Who needs this message the most? First and foremost, this message is for anyone who may be afraid to change or who has been manifesting and praying for becoming the person they have been waiting for, but they don't have a lot of confidence. They don't have a lot of knowledge, or just afraid, and they feel like I have to make sure that my life is, like people say, I gotta make sure I'm set up first. I gotta make sure I got everything I need before I can do what I need to do. Like having those mixed feelings of I gotta wait till everything is all together. Sometimes life is not all put together. Every day is something new. Every day is something new. Every day is not going to be the same. Like every day the sun won't shine. Bedtime's not going to last forever. You know, that's why after every storm there's a rainbow. Even if you can or cannot see it, something in the end is going to happen good. So when it comes to who needs this message to most, understand this message of why it's important for you to deep dive into becoming the person you keep waiting for, is because this message is for anyone who has been waiting for life to change before deciding to change themselves. Like I said, waiting for that right time, waiting for things to just instantly happen. It cannot do that. Life will happen, and it'll kick you in your butt in so many ways. Life be lifing, okay? I say this to my clients. I say this to my family, friends, whoever. I be like, look, life be lifing, damn it. Shit, life is lifing right now after me being out of school. I'm like, God damn. And now I'm working and everything. I'm like, okay, life is really lifing. This is what life is all about. You know, this is life. Like Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana said, this is the life. Hold on tight. And this is the dream. You got to make it how you want to make it. But you also got to be mindful of becoming the person you keep waiting for. Are you ready to take that step? Are you ready to explore? Like on Love Island, are you really ready to explore that version of you? And in order for you to do that, you got to let down all the guards of the negativity that plays in your head. It's okay if you don't have things figured out already. You're going to let it all work out. Time is coming. Your time is coming. You're walking into this faith. It's like going back into saying like what you want to be when you grow up. Things change. People change. Things change. Your demeanor change. Your taste change. Trust me, my career goals changed so much when I was a child. First, it was the artist. When I say artist, y'all, I'm going to say fashion designer. I can't draw for nothing, but I could put some pieces together like it's nothing. But in order for you to be in a fashion design school, you have to learn how to draw because you got to sketch out the ideas and stuff. You can't just be able to put the pieces together. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is anyone out there that is going through this situation right now that's afraid to become the person you keep waiting for, my friend, I'm going to hold your hand real, real tight when I say this. Do it. This is your time. It's your time. Block all the naysayers, the shoulda, coulda, woulda, knock all those things out. It's okay if, when you were a child, you had big hopes and dreams to be this person, X, Y, and Z. That's okay. You still could probably be able to do it, but you got to think too. What do you want to do for yourself? Who do you want to become? I want you to become the person you keep waiting for. Stop procrastinating and hesitating on it. Do it now. He, she, they are waiting for you. Open the door. Take that leap of faith and say, you know what? I'm here. We're going to do it. And we're going to do it like Brutus. And you're going to enjoy it. And I'm here for you to cheer you on. Because you got this, my friend. You got this. Okay? It is especially impactful for individuals who feel stuck, uncertain, or hesitant to pursue goals because they believe they aren't ready yet. Like I just said, many people wait for motivation, approval, or circumstances before taking action. We're not doing that no more. Only to realize growth hasn't been waiting on them all along. Only to realize that growth has been waiting for them all along. That door is waiting for you to open, and it's going to jump out and slap you in the face. Well, I ain't going to say slap you in the face. It's going to jump out and come in your face like, I'm here. What's up? What you want to do? Like, why it took so long? Like a cartoon type of image type of thing. I love cartoon animation because it breaks it down so much in a little bit nicer way than it does like in the real life animation type of thing. So yeah, call me a big kid at heart, guys, but that's how I feel. So, students, young professionals, whoever you are, regardless of what title you hold, whatever the case may be, anyone working towards personal growth and benefits can benefit from this conversation. If you have ever found yourself saying, I will start next week, I'm waiting for the right time, or maybe when my life settled down, or maybe when I get this together, all these maybes and when and shoulda, coulda, woulda, no. This episode is for you. Becoming the person you aspire to be starts with making internal choices and maybe some international ones. I don't know. Intentional choices today, not someday. So all my friends that say, you know what, I'm gonna wait until I get a man. I'm gonna wait until I lose a couple pounds. I'm gonna wait until I look a little good. I'm gonna wait until I get this, this chin down. I'm gonna wait until I get this stomach down, all that mess. Look, I've been there, done that, y'all. I said, look, I'm gonna embrace this. If no one told you today, like Lizzo said, in case somebody told you today, you're special. You are. Stop waiting and stop selling yourself out short to wait on things to happen when you want them to. Let it happen when you least expect it. That's why you need to step into this mirror, is open that door, whatever the case may be, with an understanding that you need to let the person that you keep waiting for to jump out and say, here! Ta-da! Like, here, let's do this. Like Brutus, stop hiding from it. It's like you're hiding from the truth. You don't want to hide from this. This is a part of you. Especially if you've been dreaming about it, manifesting it, daydreaming in the day. Child, you better do it. It's like you say these affirmations to yourself. Now it's like, okay, put these affirmations to the test. Put it in work. Put it on the flow. Show me what you about. Drop down, get your eagle on. Let me see what you really about. My friend, you deserve it. If no one's going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, you deserve that. So stop waiting on it. I will start next week when I have the right time. Maybe when I settle down a little bit. No, do it now. Even if life is a little bit rocky, you never know what this journey can take for you. With you keep manifesting and praying of you becoming the person you keep waiting for, you never know that this chapter in your life may be beneficial to you in so many ways. So do it. Do it and don't feel bad about it. Okay? So yeah, we not waiting on that someday, somehow, when I get my life together, when I get a little bit of money. Girl, life is lifing. Boy, girl, whatever. My friend, life is life, and every day. Every day the sun won't shine. That's why you're supposed to love tomorrow. Glorilla told you. And I'm going to tell you too. Bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there's a rainbow. If you can see it or not. Bad times don't last forever. So stop waiting on when it's the right time to do it. Do it now. Because the person that you are manifesting and praying for, become the person you keep waiting for. What are you waiting for? Nothing. Do it. I'm tired of waiting. Like, do it. I cannot wait to see this. Like, let's get this started, my friend. Let's get it popping. Because I'm here for it. Use me as a testimony. A walk, whatever you use me as a prototype. Whatever. I'm learning as well as I'm teaching you guys. Being this life coach in the professional world, personal world to myself, as well as now doing it a part of my career. I'm learning something new every day from my clients and myself and how I'm handling things. And I'm becoming the person that, for me, I feel like I didn't imagine when I was younger. But as I started in college, because my first line of business, y'all, in college was to be a lawyer. Civil, not criminal, okay? I was, no. Do y'all know where I'm from? I'm a little nervous, okay? And I just couldn't. Those are hard court cases, civil, deal with some maybe like child support, family support, job related stuff like that needs civil action into play. Don't get me wrong. At one point, I was like, okay, this is nice. Now let me jump into criminal. But I was like, hold up. I had to check myself. Are you even ready for that? Like, are you ready? Like, I had to have those moments too, that mirror conversation. Like, okay, are you ready for that? Because even I learned too, as a social worker in this world, in the field, certain fields are not for everybody. Like, I couldn't work with dealing with grief and loss. And I took that class too, y'all. That class is phenomenal with my professor that taught it at University of Maryland. But mentally, especially with someone who's still dealing with their own grief that's still fresh, no. And that's respectfully because of it's a thing called, you gotta set some boundaries, and you don't want to have those moments where you get too connected with your client and it's like, you gotta set them boundaries. I can't think of the word right now, y'all, but if you know, start with a C. Counter transparency, that's what it is. And transparency, those things are real. That's why something with working with grief and loss, that's a tough one. As well as too, when I thought about it too, dealing with being a criminal lawyer in my city, that would have been even more, because I dealt with experience of being in the courtroom, sitting on trials, of seeing people go through. Nope. But it's okay, because now the person I kept waiting for is now slowly but surely getting herself together and really experiencing and seeing what life is all about. Hokey pokey. I put my left foot in, my right foot out, and I'm shaking it all about. And we doing this together. Okay? All right, y'all. Let me get serious. Let's get back into it, okay? So what is the benefit? What happens when you take ownership of your growth? Well, first and foremost, I love when I ask this question and talk about this, because all the negative and so anxious energy, any energy that was not really positive, it all goes down. What comes up must go down. Boomerang it if you want to, like karma, all that stuff. But everything that used to give you hell and back and had you second guessing all this stuff is down the drain. That's why with this question, like, what's the benefit? What happens when you take ownership of your growth? When you take ownership of anything in your life, you are in control. You're learning as you go. You're seeing the brighter days and shit. You're seeing the ugly ones too. For me, just being able to live life after graduation, all these things, I'm learning to say, you know what? I'm enjoying every bit of it. I ain't got to worry about 11:59 right now. But I do got to worry about, still working to make sure you make the deadlines too. So I do be mindful of that. But nevertheless to say, I know you're probably like, school. Y'all knew I eat, sleep, breathe school, okay? The moral of the story is that all them anxious vibes you had before, now that you're being able to take that risk on becoming the person you keep waiting for, and you're taking ownership of your growth, all those things that had you in a nutshell is out the way. You're feeling it. You're enjoying it. You feeling it? Feel the passion, the pop of my leg. Well, however the song goes with Jay-Z. I'm sorry if I messed it up. But yes, you're seeing the future is bright. Instead of keep procrastinating and instead of keep thinking the worst, you're realizing that now I'm taking it day by day. And I'm loving it. When you take ownership of your growth, you stop waiting for outsiders as well, the naysayers coming in to criticize you. We're not doing that no more to determine your future. This is about you. For example, I'm E. I'm not going to let anybody dictate E's life, because E is in control of this bus. I'm in control. You, my friend out there, I'm not in control of your bus. I'm here for support. I'm not telling you what you could do. I can give you some insight. Now, we could give each other insight, a little bit of tips, like here's some moral support. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I know my stuff ain't squeaky clean. Okay? Instead, you begin realizing that your daily decisions has the power to shape your life. The mindset builds confidence because you realize you have more control than you once believed. Rather than feeling powerless or stuck, you begin taking meaningful steps towards your goals with greater intentions and purpose. Taking ownership also creates consistency. Now we talking. Instead of depending on motivation, because motivation fades. Motivation fades, y'all. Commitment is the discipline. Motivation, it fades. Because in the moment, motivation is here and it's not. Like the memes I'm telling y'all, if y'all see them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, let's go get this money. That's what comes to my mind instantly when I think of this. You begin building habits that supports long-term success and growth. You become more resilient because you understand that the progress isn't about perfection. No, it's about continuing to move forward. And that's the key to when it comes to you to understand that becoming the person you keep waiting for equals the version that's going to help you to understand that the progress isn't about being perfect and having perfection. Is about continuing to move forward. Moving forward. Most importantly, you begin trusting yourself because you have proof that you are willing to invest in your own growth instead of saying that you have to get others' opinions to help you along the way. That's not happening no more. Every intentional choice brings you one step closer to the person you're becoming. Like I said, once we get all those negative Nancy's thoughts and stuff out our way, we're able to move forward within trusting ourselves, but most importantly, understanding that this is our life. This is the life. Trying to survive. Alicia Keys told you, if you don't know, you need to know. You need to be able to trust yourself. Even if you feel like you don't trust yourself because you know yourself better than the next person. You are your biggest cheerleader. Even though, yes, we like to hear people give us flowers and stuff, but we have to give ourselves flowers. We have to be our own best friends, lovers, and friends first before we can even invite someone else to be able to give that to us. That's why it's important for us to become the person that we keep waiting for to be displayed now. So when it comes time for us to, I don't know, if we want lovers and all these people to come in our life, they know what we're looking for because we set this bar high for ourselves and the standards. Okay? So now, when should someone begin becoming, the person they've been waiting for? It may be helpful today to begin when you're waiting for the perfect time to start. It may be helpful to begin today when you get that thought of you're waiting for the perfect time to start. My friend, stop doing that. Stop waiting on it. Stop waiting on it. Someone like you should begin becoming the person you want with getting that out your head of you're waiting for the perfect time. It's no such thing as the perfect time. Do it like Brutus, like I mentioned before in a couple episodes back, y'all. I gotta think. Stop doubting yourself. You already survived. What's another one we did? Burnout isn't a badge of honor. Oh, yes. Stop waiting for the right time. Episode 160. Stop waiting for the right time. And when did I say, when should someone stop waiting for the right time and start acting? It may be helpful to stop waiting for the right. It may be helpful to stop waiting when fear of failure is keeping you stuck. You keep procrastinating. You're waiting to feel fully ready. That also impacts with this one, y'all. When should someone begin becoming the person they want to become? The moment you keep having this saying of, I gotta wait till the perfect time. It's no such thing as the perfect time. Do it like Brutus right here, right now. Because you don't know that can impact you in so many ways. Y'all, I'm not a rapper, but I feel like that's some good lyrics, how I just broke it down like that. Stop waiting on the perfect time. There's no such thing as a perfect time. Do that shit when you have the power to do it now. If it keeps coming on in your mind, okay, let's do some research. Let's do this. Let's do it. Because if I keep waiting on the perfect time, you're procrastinating and it's not going to happen. Point two. You're relying on motivation instead of consistency. Consistency equals the discipline. The discipline got to see if you really bout it. Are you bout it? Are you a no limit soldier for real? Because if you got to have motivation, baby, motivation fades. Motivation comes, motivation goes, motivation stays for a minute, and it cannot overpower consistency. Consistency equals the discipline that you have for yourself. That's the highest thing. Motivation fades. It comes and goes. I'm telling y'all, true story. Now working, I haven't made a month yet since I've been at this company. I think it made like probably 2-3 weeks so far. Sometimes I don't have the motivation. But the discipline and the consistency I have for this is that I went to school for this and this is what I want to do. And I'm going to do everything in my power to. But the motivation comes when sometimes it comes in the midst of the day. If I woke up with no motivation, it comes in the midst of the day, that's good. If it comes towards the end, whatever. But the consistency equals the discipline I have for myself. So you got to be mindful to understand that keep on relying on motivation, baby. You gonna forget what the hell you signed up for. Because even your favorite superheroes, your rappers, your hustlers out there, sometimes their motivation fades. But the discipline is they still got to go get it. You know, motivation is like when you know, going back to the meme, we gotta get this money. That motivation sometimes fade because you're tired, but the discipline is I'm still gonna get it. I'm riding around, I'm still gonna get that shit and do what I gotta do. Sometimes you're not gonna be a happy camper. Shit. A few days ago, I was like, Lord, I don't know. As long as I get the work done and make sure my client is A-okay, I know I'm doing something. Okay? Because that's the commitment, the discipline and all that. Motivation sometimes is like, you gotta get something. Motivation is needed. I'm gonna say it is needed in the midst of chaos, but it's not what you need to depend on. It's not something to depend on because it fades in and out like an old raggedy tattoo and an old record player, and a person keep coming in your life, in and out your life, and you know damn well they're not supposed to be in it. I spent a lot of time on that point because that's a big one that people sometimes rely on. Like, I gotta get motivated to do this. Not so fast. Look at the men in the gym. Look at the women and people in the gym. I love seeing the gym content, especially of men on my page, not because of look at the men. I mean, duh. But seeing how they're so consistent, even when they mention too, motivation fades. But I'm still committed to this because it's a goal that I want to reach, whatever case may be. Okay? And next, you're allowing fear or self-doubt to delay your goals. Going back to, guys, what we mentioned too, fear doesn't get the final say so. You do. Every area of growth in your life requires moments where courage begins greater than fear. Especially when it comes to everything impacting self. You want to change all those negative self-doubt conversations into positive information within the good, the bad, the ups and downs. I'm learning as I go that I got to stop thinking the worst. Like, my favorite thing, favorite word I kept catching myself keep saying is, I feel defeated. Yes. My favorite word I kept saying throughout this time since after graduating is like, I feel defeated. When something just keeps getting in my way and I keep pushing, I was like, I feel defeated. And I got to let it all out. I'm big on, even my clients, if they got a screen kick in front of me to do so, or on the phone, or on Zoom, do it, my friend, because you need to let it out. But I need you to understand that you got to stop allowing your fear. Going back to Fat Albert, y'all, I didn't watch it to go back to see what he said, but he said, hey, you can't let fear basically get into the way of what you want to do in your life. And this is why it's important for you to understand that do not let fear or others get into the way of what you have in line for your goals, especially when it comes to becoming the person you keep waiting for. Don't let these naysayers and things get you caught up. Don't let that interrupt what your next season is. As well as to, you have outgrown your comfort zone. Lil Wayne and Babyface told you don't get too comfortable. They did. Sometimes things are meant. Some things are temporary. Most things are temporary. Let's say that. People, places, things are temporary. But forever is you being able to control the narrative of your story. People come and go, but you are in control of how you are being the narrative of your story. So please, like Future said, don't get too comfortable as well with things. When you have outgrown things, people and things, that's when you know, okay, it's time for me to switch up the tempo, or it's time for me to really tap into what needs to be tapped into. And that's even when it comes to this, becoming the person you keep waiting for, tap into it, friend, because this is a sign to say, we have outgrown our damn welcome. We out goddamn grown these people, this comfort zone or whatever. Girl, boyfriend, it's time for a new deal. It's time for a new set, scenery, whatever the case may be. Who gives a shit if no one appreciates it? This is about you, all eyes on you. Biggie said all, not Biggie, well, yeah, Biggie said, what he say, live the phrase, sky's the limit. And I feel like there's no limit in the skies because you keep on going. And Tupac told you, all eyes on him. He lived the life of a thug until he died, and sure did. But you got to do what's for you. That also impacts with, too, you are ready to take ownership of your future. In order for you to do that, that's you being able to walk boldly into the step up, becoming the person you keep waiting for. What you waiting on? I feel like you're prepared. You're just afraid. My friend, I'm holding your hand when I say this. You got this. Take that leap of faith and go on. Pray about it. Love on it. Talk to somebody. Do it because this is for you. And I'm guarantee you, this is going to be magical. So many ways. It's going to help you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm here for it. I'm down for it. And I am rooting you on because I know the feeling. I'm on this journey with you. We're walking and moping together, my friend. And lastly, you want your actions to reflect the life you're working towards. This is very important. It's helpful with you to begin today to understand that. For you to begin becoming the person you want to be, this is a big, bold one that stands out with all of them, but it impacts with it. You want your actions to reflect the life you're working towards. Actions speak louder than words. I'm big on that too, with dating, my business, personal life, relationships with families, or setting boundaries with people, whatever, friends, all that. Actions reflect the life that you're working towards. Action reflects a lot within how you want things to go in life. I am not letting words go in and out, but them actions displays. Actions is a verb. It displays like, okay, he, she, them, they really about their business. Even you, because if you're not putting in the work, what you can it sound good, but do it look good? That impacts with there's no perfect moment to begin. Only the decision starts with you. Okay? I don't know if y'all hear the water, y'all. Like I told y'all, it's raining up here. It's get the thunderstorm and stuff now out of nowhere. And it been warm a little bit. It's been getting warm. So long as the rain come, and I'm glad I'm in the house. I ain't got nowhere to go. So kudos to me, huh? Next, y'all, we almost there. Where does this show up the most in life? Becoming the person you keep waiting for may show up in these 6 areas. Personal growth and self-development. Right off the bat, once you see a difference in yourself, you see the goodness, the beauty, everything. All that beast energy is out the window. Beauty has took over, and she's really putting a spell in it. Beauty equals Belle from Cinderella, Disney princesses type of category. That's showing that, you're here. Your personal and self-development is key, baby. Career goals and educational opportunities. Once you see that things like, the person you keep waiting for may show up in areas that you didn't know within your career. Like me, I didn't know that I would be a life coach for real. And it's crazy because I would write on the sticker like, the podcast of the life coach and stuff because I feel like I'm here. Now I am a life coach for real, getting paid for it and everything. And the educational opportunities, trade school, going to college, whatever the case may be, take advantage of it. 3, building healthy habits and routines. I'm still learning that, y'all. School's out. For me, I'm done. I'm still learning how to deal with working a full-time job and having a part-time, doing certain stuff. And vice versa for you. You're learning it too. As well as to the routines, the healthy boundaries within the routines, the relationship and emotional maturity. Whew, now this one right here, y'all, I'm still learning today that everything doesn't need a reaction. It just needs to show. A display needs to be given. A response sometimes, everything doesn't need a response or reaction. You just handle it accordingly. Mental wellness and self-confidence. Once you're being able to, you're becoming the person you keep waiting for, it's showing up how you deal with your mental health and your self-confidence. As well as, lastly, my favorite one, you're pursuing dreams, passion, and purpose for yourself. That's when you know for sure that suck up the whole thing that you are becoming the person you keep waiting for, and it showed up in you being able to put on the forefront because you're pursuing dreams, aspirations, and passion, and doing it with purpose. Every intentional decision becomes part of the foundation of your future that you build. You just got to take it one day at a time, grasp onto it, and let it flow. If you hear the rain, you like how the rain is dropping. Soft or hard, you got to take control and let things do what it do, baby. And lastly, why is this important? Why does taking ownership of your future matter? Because taking ownership of your future matters because no one else can build the life you're hoping for. It's like Beyonce said, this is my house. No one can tear down your house. No one can throw stones at it. No one can do nothing because you built this legacy for yourself. Jay-Z said, legacy, 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 legacy. You did it. And don't let people hold your applause for you. Like Wale said, don't hold your applause for me. Be the person and be that sponge, whatever the case may be, you want for yourself. When you take ownership of your future, matters become. No one else can build that life you have been hoping for. Like back again what Meek Mill said, he used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. He built this for himself. All the hustlers, the heroes, the artists, whoever you look up to, they did this for a reason. Music, art, media stuff has a power, even though at times it may be negative, but it have key points too. Listening is key. And I love listening to artists when they talk about these things because it intertwines with helping you understand too that this may help. This is someone's story, but their story may be also able to help you, like vibing out with guests. Someone has a story and you never know if you're going through the same thing that they're going through. You never know that you can help someone or vice versa. Okay? While support, encouraging, and opportunities can help along the way, your growth unlimited depends on your choices you make. Waiting for someone else to validate your potential or waiting for perfect circumstances often leads to missed opportunities and uncertainty delays. Like I said, this is your life. You built this house. This your bus. This your whatever you want to do. Do not wait for someone else to give you the validation to tell you what to do. Like me, at one point in time, I was afraid to do things because I'm like, I'm not getting the okay until my mother and father, basically my parents, tell me to do so. And now they're like, you're getting older, and parents still like to say you grown, but you ain't that grown. You still learning the process. But you should know what's for you and what's not for you. They're not going to give you the answers. They're going to tell you, going to just give you some good advice, yes, but they're not going to tell you what to do. You're in control. This is your life. You're going to live for you, friend, and do what's necessary for you. The future you have been praying for begins with the action you choose today. Learning and leading to take ownership also strengthens your confidence and self-trust. Instead of believing that life happens to you, you begin realizing your ability to influence your direction through intentional decisions. Every small step, healthy habit, encouraging choices contributes to your growth. Becoming isn't about changing who you are. It's about fully stepping into whom you have always had the potential to become. Okay? So next, y'all, let's get into it. Lastly, this is the end, y'all. We have reached the end. Hold on. I don't have my glasses on. And I know y'all probably like, are you really supposed to wear those? Yeah, y'all, I'm nearsighted. But I got everything up close. So we're good to go. So let me pull up the vibe of the day. Well, the quote of the day, excuse me. So we're going to repeat it again. The quote of the week / today, but mainly the week. The person you're waiting to become is waiting on the choice you make today. And that being said, meaning taking ownership of your growth and future. Do it. Become the person you have been waiting and be manifesting and praying for. Become the person you keep waiting for. They're waiting on you, babe. Open the door. Do what's necessary so you can be the star that you were willing to be. Okay? I thank you all so very much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen or to watch me. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a few things. If not, please feel free to come back. Tell a friend to tell a friend as well, too, that don't be afraid to become the person you keep waiting for. Don't be afraid to let down your head, drop down, get your eagle on, whatever you got to do. Do not be afraid. Okay? I hope that this really put some insight on you. If not, once again, watch it again. Listen to it again, whatever the case may be. Do your own research. Do what you need to do. Okay? Please be safe out here. If you've been over here, northeast, whatever the case may be, East Coast, West Coast, whatever, I hope you're safe. Stay hydrated and do what's necessary for you. As y'all can see over here in Baltimore, well, you can hear over here in Baltimore, it's raining like cats and dogs on this fine day. But hey, it is what it is because it's been a little hot and we need it. So yeah, before we leave out, I want you guys to keep this in mind. I thank you all once again for vibing in today. Remember that your future isn't waiting for the perfect circumstances, it's waiting for your next decision. You already have everything you need to begin growing into the person you're called to be. Every small step you take today becomes part of your life you're building tomorrow. As you continue walking boldly in this season, stop waiting for confidence to arrive before you begin. Let your actions create your confidence. Keep showing up, keep investing in yourself, and keep trusting that every intentional choice is preparing you for what's ahead. Your future self will thank you for sharing, and will thank you for sharing, but most importantly, starting today. Okay? I love you all so much. I really hope that this has helped you. And please remember, become the person you keep waiting for, because he, she, or they is waiting for you to pop the bubble, open the door, explore the option, whatever the case may be. Okay? I love you all so very much. Once again, please be safe, stay hydrated, and you guys will hear from me next Wednesday. Bye.